Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Ned. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Where are we today?
We're in my office.
Okay. And is there anything different about your office?
Yes, we have this big flower arrangement sitting on my desk.
And do you know why we have this big flower arrangement sitting on your desk this morning?
Yeah, because you said we were going to talk about my florist shop
So
I used to have quite a few years ago.
And where was your florist shop located?
It was on Colley Avenue,
Okay.
and it was right across from Spotswood.
Okay.
In fact, we were on Colley Avenue, and then we moved across the street and had the shop over there. We lost our lease on Colley.
Sure.
So we moved across the street, and our shop was right where No Frill Grill is today.
I thought you'd mentioned where it was.
Yeah.
So you and Terry owned the flower shop for how long?
Approximately 7 years.
Okay.
Approximately 7 years.
Until
yeah.
when? When did you sell it?
We sold it when my oldest daughter was 2 years old, so that would have been 1985.
Okay, so it has been a while.
It's been a while ago.
But now, when customers came into your flower shop, how would you greet them?
I would run away.
You would run away?
I'm kidding.
You'd leave that to Terry?
Actually, no, my husband, Terry, was usually on the road.
Okay.
He was good at going around and talking to the neighbors and stuff like that, which was actually good because it brought business in to get to know the neighbors.
You don't say.
Yes, and to communicate with them, and so I was pretty much the one that was the worker bee behind the design desk. And when customers came in, of course, I would go, hello, how are you? What can I help you with?
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know?
Because to me, what you should say I'm going to talk about the parking lot. In the parking lot, when we see somebody, we should think of them as a guest, not necessarily as a customer. But I think when you have a guest or a customer, if you have a flower shop, you should probably greet them with something like, "May I help you?"
Right.
"Hello, how are you?" When we do coffee on the porch, I don't offer coffee right off the bat. I say, "Good morning. How are you doing?" And then maybe we start talking about the coffee. But I think that's important when we have guests. And in that book, Shift, Phil Maynard said, "Don't think of people who come to your church as visitors. Think about them as guests." So when we have guests, church, parking lot, whatever, I think we should ask the first question something along the lines of, "May I help you?" And as we work toward developing our intentional plan for discipleship, with less than 2 years, maybe that's the first step. Let's talk about how we greet our guests. And I think "May I help you" is a good way to go. Okay?
Very good.
Would that have worked in the flower shop?
It certainly would have.
Got it.
Of course, the customer was always right, too.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it was just common courtesy.
Sure.
You
Yeah, that's a good point. And plus, I like the idea of getting to know the neighbors and communicating with them
Oh,
and how that brought them
yes,
into the
yes,
shop.
yes.
That's a good idea.
And that was great.
Yeah.
It really helped the business. People knew us and we knew them.
Exactly. In the Navy, we call that duck plate ministry. Duck plate ministry. That's an important
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So, okay. And you were doing it as a civilian. Who knew? Say goodbye, Donna.
Goodbye.